In the deep winter wilderness of Yakutia, where the land sleeps beneath endless snow and the air can freeze breath in seconds at -71 degrees Celsius, a 70-year-old woman named Sardana lives alone in a small log cabin at the edge of the taiga. Her days follow the rhythm of survival. Before sunrise, she wakes beneath heavy wool blankets, listening to the soft groan of timber contracting in the cold. The first task is always the same: coaxing life into the iron stove. Sparks crackle, flames rise, and slowly the cabin fills with precious warmth. Outside, the world is silent except for wind-drifting snow across the frozen earth. Sardana has lived here for decades. She knows every tree line, every bend of the frozen river, every sound the forest makes when temperatures plunge. Her routine is simple but demanding: splitting firewood, melting ice for water, checking fishing lines beneath the frozen lake, and hauling supplies on a wooden sled. Loneliness is a familiar companion, but never an enemy. She speaks softly sometimes, to the fire, to the wind, to memories. The discovery. One pale winter morning, the sky glows faint blue as she pulls her sled through knee-deep snow toward a stand of fallen larch trees. Overnight winds have scattered branches across the trail. As she clears a path, something unusual catches her eye: a small hollow beneath an uprooted trunk. At first, she thinks it is only snow packed by the wind. Then she sees movement. Curled tightly against the frozen ground lies a raccoon dog, its thick fur rimed with frost, breathing slow and shallow. Pressed against her belly is a tiny pup, no bigger than her mitten, eyes barely open. The mother is weak, too weak to flee. Sardana kneels slowly, whispering in a low voice so as not to startle them. She knows the forest well enough to understand: winter is merciless. Without help, neither will survive long. After a moment of quiet stillness, she removes her wool scarf and gently wraps the pair. "Come," she murmurs, "you will be warm." A new presence in the cabin. Back at the cabin, she lays them beside the stove where heat radiates through the wooden floor. The mother barely lifts her head. Sardana prepares small pieces of frozen fish, thawing them carefully near the fire before offering them by hand. At first, the animal hesitates, instincts balancing fear and exhaustion. Eventually, hunger wins. Days pass in a slow rhythm. She keeps water warmed, feeds the mother small portions, and lines a wooden crate with soft cloth for the pup. Outside, blizzards sweep across the landscape, rattling the windows like distant waves. Inside, life quietly strengthens. At night, Sardana listens to their breathing, a new sound in the cabin's long silence. Trust takes root. By the fourth day, the mother begins to stand. Her eyes follow Sardana across the room, wary but no longer fearful. The pup, curious and unsteady, begins to explore, tiny paws slipping on worn wooden boards. One evening, as wind howls outside, the pup waddles across the floor and climbs awkwardly onto the edge of Sardana's bed. She watches without moving. The little creature circles twice, then settles near her pillow, falling asleep as if it has always belonged there. A warmth spreads through the old cabin that no fire alone could create. Life continues. Winter does not pause. Each day still requires work: chopping wood in biting wind, hauling water, clearing snowdrifts taller than the doorway. Sometimes the mother raccoon dog watches from the threshold, ears twitching at forest sounds. Occasionally, she ventures outside, returning with snow dusting her fur. The pup grows stronger, playful, chasing shadows cast by firelight. Sardana speaks to them often now, telling stories of past winters, of long journeys, of the quiet endurance the land teaches. The cabin feels alive in a way she had almost forgotten. Long Arctic nights. During the endless nights, she reads by lamplight while the animals rest nearby. The stove hums softly, logs settling with gentle pops. Snow falls without sound beyond the window, a white curtain separating the small world inside from the vast frozen wilderness beyond. Sometimes she wonders whether the forest intended this meeting. In places like this, coincidences feel like quiet gifts. A choice. Weeks pass. One morning, she opens the door to pale sunlight and still air, a rare calm after many storms. The mother raccoon dog stands near the doorway, alert, nose lifted toward the forest. Instinct calls. Sardana understands. She steps aside. The animal walks into the snow, pausing to look back once, a silent acknowledgement. After a moment, she disappears among the trees. Sardana watches quietly. Loss and gratitude mingle in equal measure. An unexpected return. That evening, as twilight deepens, faint tracks appear near the cabin. A soft scratching sounds at the door. When she opens it, the mother stands there, and beside her, the pup, now more confident, tail wagging gently. They step inside without hesitation. From that day forward, they come and go freely, creatures of the wild, yet bound by trust. The warmest winter. As the season slowly shifts and daylight begins to lengthen, Sardana reflects on the months behind her. The cold remains severe. The work remains hard. But the silence is no longer empty. On quiet nights, the pup still climbs onto her bed, curling close as snow drifts softly.